Hello, Facebook, YouTube, the day of Judea, the archangel God the angel that rewards us for our spiritual labor. No, not fig. She's a false goddess. Quick nourishing false goddess on Goddess days. Topic of the message. Well, check this out. So, y'all know I am not about being no liar. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I checked. I was finna do a live video, and I looked at my Facebook through, set up the live video, and it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? My face. I looked all through it to try to find the live button to get live to do a message. It wasn't there. Interesting, but it is what it is. But the topic of this message is talking about, I like this, found this group page. Let me see. I found this group, group called Warriors for Christ. And the things I love it, they really post stuff about really truly being a warrior for Christ. And the thing is, that's what we are supposed to be, warriors for Christ, if we're going to spiritual warfare. And the thing is, it's sad that the mindset of most Christians is not really a war mindset. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know to what extent that they don't have a war mindset. And that's really the sad situation of Christianity's position right now. I mean, we are not really doing what the Word of God says. We're not really performing up to par of what we're supposed to be doing. And, and it's really recognizing that, first of all, you are in a war. You're not, you know what I'm saying? It's not let me go to work, let me go to school, let me go here, let me go there, and everything's, supposed to be all good and where I'm going to. No, that's not the mindset supposed to be for most Christians. Yeah, this is war. We have entered into and enlisted into a war. I mean, we are supposed to be soldiers of Jesus Christ, according to 2 Timothy 2:3. I mean, we're not supposed to be entangled in this life of the affairs of this world system. We're supposed to be going to war. But if you are going to war, a warrior is supposed to develop, not a worrier. You know what I'm saying? And warriors are developed by people that are not genuinely going to war spiritually. They are pretty much are conforming to this world system. They're participate in the system of how this world works concerning, of course, political system and the entertainment and the news and all the other facets, outlets out there that this world system has that people and unfortunately Christians yield their information to, and to come to believe whatever they put on television, and the negativity that's going on around the world is just is see, because here's the thing. And the only way people in darkness is going to get to the light is when the people of the light get the light. You know what I'm saying? We are supposed to, as what I've been saying, that the Bible is a sword. It's not a play toy. It's not something you play with and say certain things in it, and then get people to like you. You know what I'm saying? You are supposed to, Jesus said, they hated me, they hate you. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to get hated by people. You're supposed to get loved by few if you're going to be about the truth. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, but the more you go to war, and first of all, understanding that the Word of God is a sword. You know what I'm saying? I said it's a pillow too, but its mainly objective is to be a sword. And the thing is, but we are, and as much you understand it, is how much you will go to war for the word of God, to preserve the word of God, to help people to understand it, that they will want to go to war themselves and for him. You know what I'm saying? That, salvation is supposed to be an idea of enlisting in a war. It's not supposed to be, oh, I got some friends that, learning to be Christians, and yes, that's a part of the process, but really is enlisting to go a war against a kingdom of darkness that is doing too much confusion, conflict, and chaos, and stealing, killing, destroying going on throughout the world. I mean, the thing is, it's supposed to be at war, but how much you are at war is how much you are presenting and discussing the Word of God, and fellowshipping it to get a better understanding of it, that people can see what they supposed to see, to want and have a desire to enlist and to be consistent in season, out of season. That's what it says in 2 Timothy 4, that we will be with a drive to fight the good fight. We're supposed to be fighting. Paul says, fight the good fight and keep the faith. You know what I'm saying? Keep the word of God. Faith come by hearing, hearing the word of God. Keep the word of God. Fight with it. And understand that this is a war based upon something spiritual and not natural. And it's just this, church system, it has a lot of Christians, just being a Christian, this just being Christian, aka lukewarm attitude. That I'm just gonna somewhat show love. I'm gonna somewhat show joy. I'm gonna somewhat show peace. And they serve God half-heartedly until all of a sudden Satan's attacked them in an area of their life, and now they're worried about something. They're worried about this. They're worried about that. That's the only way you can become a warrior, when you're not going to war, and you don't see, like in a war, you fight and the other person fight. Yes, you're not the only person fighting when you fight a war. The other person is fighting too. So therefore, when you understand that you're going against an evil force, you're not shocked of the attacks that they send towards you. You're not shocked that somebody said something negative to you. You're not shocked that a negative thing happened. You know that this is a war going on. So therefore, you are doing whatever you can according to the word of God to encourage and enlighten people on the ideal of what's going on and what needs to be done to get things better according to the word of God. That you will understand there's a war, that you need to pray. You need to talk to God for instructions to how to help those that are around you to get a better understanding about what's going on in around you. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, that's what warriors are going to do. They're going to keep convincing people about the ideal of the gospel of Jesus Christ to those, to help them see how real it is. You know what I'm saying? And how much we need to be real about operating in it and performing it and see it, and how much, we need to submit and surrender, take the cross and follow him. What I love about, I saw a post picture that people they put a cross right there and a sword right there. You know what I'm saying? And no, I think they put a cross right there, and then a person is pulling out the cross, and the cross becomes a sword. I did a message like that. This cross is supposed to turn into a sword that we go fight, the kingdom of darkness, but nobody's taking their cross and turning it into a sword to truly fight against this evil force that is really doing a lot of damage to people's lives in many shapes, forms. And the thing is, we need to understand, the warriors will understand that are committed to following what the word of God says, and speaking the word of God, doing the word of God, shining a light to help people see the truth of what's going on based upon what's going on in this world. is what warriors are all about doing, and they have an agenda. They understand the agenda, and they have a desire to perform it more and more and more because they know what's on the line. They know, uh, they understand a soul, an eternal soul is on the line, not a temporal person, but an eternal soul is on the line. They understand that they will do whatever it takes to help that eternal soul to find a better place in eternity, called heaven and not hell. And they will do whatever it takes to shine the light, to be the example, to fight, to reveal the scriptures and help make sense of understanding and following them to what extent, as best way as possible, is what a warrior will be. And they understand they have to constantly fight every day. You know what I'm saying? But if we're not going to war, we have already positioned ourselves to become a warrior. Like I'm saying, if you start playing games, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like my example, Three Little Pigs. You know what I'm saying? Pig one, pig two, played, and now the big bat played, put up their little house and played, and the big bad wolf attacked them. Now they are worrying about losing their life from the big bad wolf. They're worried. See, when you play, you position yourself to worry. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you become attacked, now you're worried about your life. Now you're worried. You don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. We need to be warriors and be about being the third pig and building a relationship with our God and doing the things that God says to do and being a soldier. And more you being a soldier, and the more you're fighting and the more you're attacking, the more you go into, you see how important this war is and how much you need to put your all in all in it, all your heart, all love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy soul, all thy mind. You will know how much dedication and determination and willing you should be about performing this. Is what warriors will develop that and continue fighting no matter what. But you know what I'm saying? If you want to play games with the lust of the flesh and be tempted by the world system and engage into their, wicked, things, you have positioned yourself to become a warrior. And when Satan attacks, now you're worried about your life, you worried about other people's life. You know what I'm saying? It's a terrible situation to be in. So aim to become a warrior and not a worrier. You know what I'm saying? It's what this message is all about. And that's the message. God be glory. And from now in Jesus' name, amen.